Hello everyone and welcome to the Williams Today Show. I'm your host William Prue with Real Estate One.
And I'm Hannah Olachowski with Real Estate One.
And you guys are for sure, in fact, 100% watching the Hannah's Today Show. I'm sorry, can I give me some room here? Run around there. You guys already know the rules. Positive impact, one day at a time, and we are
Crickety coconut cracking the code.
Cracking the code. And before we start cracking the code, do a couple different things. We're gonna do our mystery bucket raffle for our A group, our friends, family, and the people that we've worked with. Here we go. Hannah, look away. And you're not throwing them out. You just.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry,
they weren't meant to win. It's
sorry,
okay.
whoever's down there. Oh, aw, look at that. Tammy and Phil Runk.
Woo! Tammy, Uncle Phil and Aunt Tammy, you have won a mystery bucket. I know it. I know it. And since you guys live far away, we're gonna have to deliver it to you, but that's completely okay because we want to come see you again anyway.
Of course.
Whoop, whoop. Here we go. Anyway, guys, that's it. And I'm sorry to say now, whatever's in that bucket, if I like, I gotta take it out. Hannah doesn't even let me touch these mystery bucket raffles because if there's alcohol in there, or I'm going for it.
Sweet smelling candles.
Sweet smelling candles. I'm taking it. I'm completely kidding. Anyway, guys, before we jump into this interesting whiteboard we have behind us, what I wanted to talk about was planning. Right? And the reason I'm mentioning this is because I just ran into a little bit of a bump on the train tracks here myself, and so let's share it. Okay, planning. So we have been planning, and that's kind of a given when it comes to being a real estate agent. You have to plan your weeks, your months, and so we've been accustomed to that. And I didn't realize until lately that prior, my life before, I wasn't planning anything. I just get up and I would go, wouldn't set goals for myself. I just worked my 9-to-5 job, come home, and I was a little bit more unhappy, didn't know where I was going, I was discombobulated, I'd be forgetting things. So anyway, birth without the baby here, baby without the birth, whatever. When I started making plans, or when we started making plans, we noticed that our moods were a lot better. We were taking care of things, we were making those lists.
To look forward to.
Right, scratching things off. So whatever your goal is, make a plan. If it's just getting through your day, if it's building your business, if it's just completing a goal, make a plan. You will be happier and you will thank me later, I promise. Because this week our plans were like, all right, we'll just get there when we get there, and we've been like, no, you do it, no, you do it, no, you do it. It's been rough. So there you go. That's it. That's what I got for you guys. Do it. Make a plan. All right, let's jump.
All right. Actual real estate, yes, look at that.
Look at that.
I look.
You didn't fall this time. I'm so happy. We just did a take before this, guys, and she was tripping. I think it's because she's so excited about what's happening on this board, as am I. Let's jump right in. A balancing market. Now, I don't want to say it's a balanced market, but what I can say is that we are seeing a balancing market, which is great for our economy, right? We need to sustain this. We need to calm down, cooling period time, right? Take a breath. So, inventory has been 40%. Since
crazy.
Just the beginning of June, since the 1st of June, guys, we've seen a 40% increase in our inventory.
1 month ago.
Right? Praying to the real estate gods has been working.
Yes, it has.
Right?
Thank you.
So we're going to keep doing it, right? And the reason for this inventory jump is, I think it's because the sellers are getting more comfortable with COVID, right? We're getting more comfortable with the idea of selling. They realize that they can maximize their value, and this market's not going to be like this forever because, as Hannah would say, and the smart people that know math, unlike myself, what goes up must come down.
Yeah.
Now, when we say that, I want to make sure it doesn't get twisted. Based on the graphs that we've seen and the many years that I can't say that we've been in real estate, but the people surrounding us and our mentors, they can honestly say that there's no way in hell, based on just the demand for houses, that we're going to see a drop in housing prices.
Right.
If anything, it's just like what I just said. It's a cooling period. Right? We're not jumping up 15% in housing prices in just a month, right? We've seen that a few times. It's crazy. Maybe a percentage at a time, if that. But if anything, we're not seeing a decrease. Absolutely not. And Hannah's got a really good input on that and why we've seen the housing market just continuously jump.
Yeah, jump in.
We made a video, was it last week or the week before, about appraisal guarantees.
Yep, yes.
Why that was winning offers for buyers and why buyers were offering that, because they were so desperate to make the house. They've been shopping forever and they just want to get a house.
Yeah, right.
So, appraisal guarantees.
Yeah, so those are starting to cool down a little bit, and what they'll do and why the housing market has shot up so much continuously is because the appraisal guarantees. People were offering $20,000, $30,000 over what the house is technically worth, so that's just constantly shooting all the other houses up around the neighborhood.
Right, because you do comparable properties, right? So if we pull up a comparable property for a certain house in a neighborhood and we see, okay, that sold for $170,000, wow, we can use that as a comparable property. Little do we know, because we can't see the purchase agreement, right? We can only see what it sold for, that it was listed at $150 and it sold for $170. Right? And we just continuously seen that happen, and that was driving prices up. Now buyers are going on vacation, right?
They're chilling out.
They're chilling out. COVID has allowed people to start traveling again and doing all that, and it's been exciting. So, you know, we're seeing appraisal guarantees dropping, right? There's only 2 to 3 offers for every house instead of 20, which is
that's
great.
Amazing. Yeah,
which is great. So that was a very good. I mean, that when you said that, I was like, man, that's it. That's what's happening here. So inventory shot up. These people are not going to pay $50,000 over appraised value. So that's going to, you know, bring the continued climb of the pricing of houses down a little bit, which is good.
Not majorly. So sellers, don't be worried.
Right. We just transitioned out of the strongest sellers market ever in all-time history. Just transitioned out of it. Still a very strong sellers market. Still a lot of buyers. But now sellers, you got a little bit more competition because there's more sellers on the market than there was, which is great. 40% more. Great news. And there's always good and there's bad, right? Because the sellers want to have the best possible, but the buyers need a chance. They have been struggling.
They need some love, man.
They're like that girl in that video. I'm taking a nap.
I'm done putting offers in.
I'm taking a nap right here. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going home. I ain't doing this no more. So that is great, right? And our economy needs to see a cap. It needs to see a balanced housing market. And I think the way that it's going, just my opinion here, right? I've been wrong my whole life. Just ask Hannah. I think that we're going to continuously see inventory jump. Buyers get more happier buyers in general.
They're finally getting a house that they love.
Sellers are still going to have that great equity that they've already built in their house over the past 2 years, you know, with COVID being around. And so this is just great news. Happy buyers, happy sellers.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't get better than that. It does not get better than that.
No, it doesn't.
People, I promise you that.
Sounds like a good time to me.
Buyers, great time to start buying now. Inventory is jumping. Sellers, still a great time to sell. And you guys know the team to ask. We'll help you get it done. Buy, sell, rent, or invest. Team 3 Key. We just came up with it. All right, guys. And then last but not least, and the reason I say this for last is because maybe a lot of you viewers have no idea what Southgate is or where Southgate's located. It's in the Downriver area.
Right, or you just might not really care.
You might not really care, so keep moving forward. But if you are familiar with Southgate, this could be very important with you. So make sure to share this with somebody
especially if you're about to start selling or you thinking about selling.
And we do a lot of work in Southgate, so we figured why not just throw that in there. And we just found this out today. We got the clear on it, and so we fully understand what's going on. Southgate just started to implement an inspection policy on the exterior of their property. Right? A lot of cities downriver, Wyandotte, Lincoln Park, they already do things like that, but Southgate never did. And they just started doing it. So basically, the city comes out to your property and they inspect it. They want to keep it up to code, make sure it's flowing in the neighborhood correctly. It's not falling down to the ground, getting ready to, So they're requiring sellers to get that inspection done before they close on their property. Right? They have to come through. And then sellers can remediate those things. And this is just the exterior, thank God, right? But
sorry.
No, go ahead.
Or you could just do what a lot of sellers are doing right now and selling it as is, because buyers are willing to take it on. So.
Yeah, I mean, and some of this stuff is just downspouts, things like that. But it's important to know these kinds of things, that way you're properly prepared for it, right? If you're in Southgate, like, oh, I'm so happy I'm one of the only cities that don't have to get an inspection from the city. Well, guess what? Just jumped on the bandwagon. It's, a lot of people are going to be like, man, this isn't a good thing. But I personally think it's not the worst idea, right?
No, not at all. It's keeping the neighborhoods and the houses nice.
Yeah, so. keeping it in good condition, right? So so that's a good thing to know. And this is they're implementing this starting the 12th of July. So if you're already under contract with the property prior to July 12th, you are good to go. You are exempt from that. But again, guys, starting the 12th, inspections start. If you have any more questions regarding this situation, please feel free to reach out. Or if you have questions regarding another city, reach out and we'll help you understand that as well. But yes, guys, great news. Love to see it.
Love this gorgeous number right here.
Love this. I could just make out with it. Happy 4th of July, a day later. I still have my shirt on. I'm still funking it out.
Festive.
Yep, and we had a great 4th of July party. We dressed up like hippies. We're going to get those pictures posted ASAP. As soon as I find one where I'm not all cross-eyed falling over, we'll put that up for you guys. But that's all we got. As always,
it cost
$0 and 0 cents to be a decent human being. And don't forget to make a plan.
Yes.
It's important.
Plans
We'll see you guys on the next episode.